Do you think it is more important to be reliable or to be honest? Because someone can reliably lie to you all the time, or they can be valid and honest in the things that they say. You choose which one matters more to you. I really hope it was the validity, because that is the correct answer. When we're talking about research, it is far more important to be valid instead of reliable. Think about it like this. You can have a scale. This scale is messed up, right? And the scale, let's say every single time, it's 10 pounds over. So every time you step on it, you're gonna get your regular weight, but it's gonna be 10 pounds over what you are supposed to weigh. So it's reliable in the sense that it's giving you the same result over and over again, but it is not valid because it's not an accurate representation. And that's the best way to know the difference between the two. Let me grab a sweater because I'm freaking cold. Howdy, hi, hello everybody, and welcome back. It has been like a month since I have made a video on here, and the reason for that is really exciting actually. I started working at a private practice. I learned how to IQ test. I've been working on my website, which is like completely done now. So if you need some study material, I will post it in the comments. I also did a few YouTube videos on some NCE practice questions. So your girl has been really busy. But enough about me. Let's learn about validity and reliability. So the best way to think of validity is the test measuring what it's supposed to measure? Is this assessment correctly assessing what it's supposed to assess? And to my surprise, there was literally all these kinds of validity that exist in the world, right? Now, we're not going to go through every single one of them, but I will explain as much as I can, starting with our translational validity. So translational validity, these two are the easiest to see. Let me grab something. So here's the book. It's called The Anxious Generation. Its cover literally is telling you this is going to be about the anxious generation. Now, if I open up this book and it starts talking about cooking in here, it does not have face validity. Face validity is, does it look like it's going to measure what it says it's going to measure? Is this going to be about anxiety or is it not? It is, by the way. Next, we have content validity. That is, does the content inside of the test measure what we want? If I'm giving you a spelling test and then I ask you to do some math for that spelling test, then it does not have content validity because that's not what I'm asking. That's not what the test is for. So is it fairly representative of what you're trying to measure? The degree to which a sample of test items accurately represents or covers the content of what it's supposed to measure. This is from the National Counselor Exam Study Manual. Sorry, I'm so out of breath. Next, let's look at criterion validity. So, do the results accurately measure the concrete outcomes that they're designed to measure? So, for the first one, predictive validity, I'm a little crooked. I'm not gonna fix that. It's too late. Actually, no, it's bothering me. Sorry. For predictive validity, can this predict something? Take, for example, let's say you took a GRE to get into grad school. A GRE is supposed to measure if you would do good in grad school, if you're like prepared for it. So its predictive validity better be good, right? Because you're determining if I can be in this school or not based off of these scores. Concurrent validity, so think concurrent is like two things at the same time. And I do have an entire video about all of these validities and reliabilities on my YouTube, on what is it called, description in my TikTok. So I go into depth for all of these. But concurrent, picture two tests, right? This is my new test. This is an old test that's somewhat similar. Do they have similarities? If I compare this test to another test, will they have the same type of skills being assessed? The same type of questions? A little different, but the same. The next two that we'll do are convergent and discriminant. So I like to think about these like plate boundaries. With convergent plate boundaries, those are two plate boundaries coming together and building a mountain. So with convergent validity, those are two tests that have similar predictive validity. So this occurs when the construct being studied highly correlates with the other construct. Versus with discriminant validity, I like to think about it, the plate boundaries are separating. And thus, this occurs when there's no statistical significant correlated with any other construct. So they go away from each other. And those don't really matter, but homo thinks same. And convergent, I already did that one. And evidence, does the evidence follow it? Content, face, I did those. External and internal. External is, can you generalize it to the population? Internal follows an experiment like cause and effect. Okay, and that's it for today's lesson on validity. Next, I'll do one on reliability and all the different types of reliability.